Office, Manila campus. Ladies and gentlemen, following her are the candidates for graduation. The honored graduates of Science, Technology, Engineering, Mathematics strand and the Accountancy, Business, and Management strand. Entering now the theater is the rest of the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics strand graduates. STL 121M with their advisor, Mr. Brandon Ramos. Following them are the STC 12R 3M graduates with their advisor, Ms. Renalyn Heneta. Following them are the STL 121P graduates with their advisor, Mr. Mark Anthony P. Lim. STL 123P with their advisor, Mr. Jonathan Ian Lenore. L12 2P with their advisor, Miss Emelita S. Guardo. The first batch of accountancy, business, and management strand is now coming into theater with their advisor, Miss Erica Dawn P. Villalobos. Students and guests, let us now welcome the presidential entourage to be led by Assistant University Registrar Alan Joyce P. Ababa. Following him are Mr. Edgar B. Arcilia, Vice President, UE Alumni Association Incorporated, Assistant Principal Gerardo V. Venturina, Basic Education Department, Manila, Principal Nieva J. Discipulo, Basic Education Department, Manila, Dean Eva Aurora Di Calweng, College of Education, Attorney Joseph Manuel L. Descalzo, our commencement speaker, and Dr. Louis A. de Vinagracia, Chancellor, Manila Campus. Everyone, please rise for the doxology and the singing of the national anthem to be led by the University Chorale. Please be seated. Principal Neva J. Discipulo of the Basic Education Department, Manila, will now present their candidates for graduation.
Candidates for graduation, please rise as I call your respective strand. University of the East, Manila Chancellor, Dr. Louis de Vinagracia, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for graduation from the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics strand, and from the Accountancy, Business, and Management strand. They have been recommended by the respective faculty after complying with all the requirements of this university, subject to the confirmation by the Department of Education.
Chancellor Louis A. de Vinagracia will now declare the graduation. Candidates for graduation remain standing.
By virtue of the authority vested upon me by the President of the University, and upon the recommendation of your respective faculty and principal, I hereby declare you graduates of senior high school, together with all the responsibilities, rights, privileges, and honors thereunto pertaining, subject to the confirmation of the Department of Education. You may now transfer your tassels to the right. And may I request the parents and the teachers to please rise? So let us acknowledge our new graduates. Congratulations to everyone.
Please be seated. Assistant Principal Gerardo V. Venturina of the Basic Education Department, Manila, will now introduce our commencement speaker.
UE Manila Chancellor, Dr. Louis A. de Vinagracia, Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Eva Aurora D. Caluweng, UE Manila Principal, Dr. Neva J. Discipulo, academic and administrative officials, faculty members, staffers, guests, friends, dear graduates, a pleasant day. Our commencement speaker for this year-end senior high school commencement rites of school year 2021-2022 is a relatively young warrior achiever who has proven that you can achieve success even if your journey takes you on a completely different career path. And so here is the path that our speaker has taken. Growing up, he spent his primary education at Our Lady of the Sacred Heart School, from which he graduated in 2007. Then, he started his journey as a warrior student of UE Manila's then Secondary Laboratory School, graduating in 2011, with First Honorable Mention Award. That recognition in high school was first. That recognition in high school was only the first of many achievements that he would garner as he continued with life within the academic walls of our beloved university. Our speaker proceeded to take the degree of Bachelor of Science major in Hotel and Restaurant Management at the UE College of Arts and Sciences, Manila. His intelligence, diligence, and competence shone brightly in those 4 years, such that by graduation time in 2015, he was a nominee for UE's Most Outstanding Student of the Year. He wound up as recipient of the college's Distinguished Graduate Award that year. And all point average of 1.06. While in college, he got to flex his studying management and organization skills by managing the family resto bar in Antipolo. In addition, he also became a trainee at Brett Robinson's Golf Corporation, Alabama, USA, and at the five-star Dusit Tani Hotel in Makati City, which took him a regular employee right after graduation. While working in the hospitality industry, though, our speaker had decided to pursue another calling, the legal profession. And so, in 2016, our speaker returned to Luwalhati, this time as a student in the College of Law, where he became a consistent academic scholar. He also had excellent holistic training at the Office of the City Prosecutor of Caloocan City in 2019. And our commencement speaker served as a court decongestion officer under the Regional Trial Court of Caloocan City. Part of his responsibility consists of overseeing the inventory of cases, developing a decongestion. Being a millennial himself means our speaker is just a few years older than you, dear Gen Z graduates. And so, we are certain that you will be able to relate well to the food for thought and words of advice and inspirations as you yourselves venture into college life, hopefully here in UE as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome with so much pride our young warrior achiever and son of Luwalhati, Attorney Josep Manuel L. Descalzo.
Thank you, Sir Venturina. UE Chancellor Dr. Louis A. Divina Gracia, Dean of the UE College of Education, Dr. Eva Aurora Calueng, UE Manila Principal, Dr. Neva J. Discipolo, Assistant Principal, Mr. Gerard Venturina, academic and administrative officials, faculty members, staffers, guests, and friends, my dear graduates, a blessed day. In God's perfect timing. A phrase which I know most, if not all of us, have at least uttered to or heard from someone, not only during times of consolation, defeat, or anxiety, but also at times of triumph and vindication. But modesty aside, it was just recently that I finally understood what such phrase really meant. I can vividly recall the precise time and place when Mr. Venturina first sent me an invitation as instructed by Dr. Discipolo to be your guest speaker today. At this stage, the UE Theater. It was sent on May 17, 2022 at exactly 11:11 a.m. while I was waiting for my turn to sign the roll of attorneys at the Supreme Court. After reading the invitation, I think it just took me less than 5 minutes to reply, "Thank you for considering me. It would be an honor." But after sending that message, a tough question hurriedly popped in my head. Why me? A recent bar passer with minimal experience and who have not yet established his name in the legal profession. I was just staring at my phone for several minutes, rereading and rereading the invitation. Kasi baka mamaya wrong send pala siya. But kidding aside, I was just staring at my phone when suddenly it dawned on me. Maybe this is what they call as God's perfect timing. During my younger years, well, I am still young and relatively fresh, to be very clear. Anyway, during my younger years, particularly when I was in grade school, I never really studied. Believe me, all I want was to play with my friends. In fact, every time my elementary alma mater would conduct aptitude tests, my name never appeared on the list of students having above average IQ. To top it all up, the only medal I got from grade 1 to grade 5 was Missionary of the Year. Oh, wag madumi ang isip. Let me explain the award. The award is being given to students who had donated a certain amount of money to the school. Practically, in layman's term, you give donations to get a medal. Looking back, I figured maybe that was my parents' way of making me feel less inferior from my sister. My sister was an exemplary student at the school where I had my primary years. She was a consistent top one, graduating as class valedictorian both in elementary and in high school. So imagine the disparity between the two of us every commencement rites. During my elementary graduation, our school principal called me and said that I ranked 8th from among the list of graduates based on the raw scores I obtained from my 6th year. Unfortunately, since I did not perform well during my lower grade school years, I only ranked 11th. Alam niyo yung feeling na almost but not quite. That's what I felt. Parang yun nga yung naging mantra ko for quite a while. And you will understand why as I narrate my story to you henceforth. I could still recall how frustrated I was during my grade school graduation, looking at that podium while my friends received their respective medals. It was at that moment when I swore to myself that moving forward, I would take my studies seriously. During the end of my freshman year here at the University of the East, I ranked 6th from among the list of freshman students. Unfortunately, during my time, but not so long ago, the school only awards top 5 students. So alam nyo na. Since I only ranked 6th, I was not able to receive a medal and stand at the podium. Almost, but not quite. But that did not stop me. I doubled my effort, and so on the succeeding year, on my sophomore year, I ranked 4th, my first ever scholastic award. On my junior year, I ranked 2nd. At that time, I had one thing in mind, to graduate as the class salutatorian of class 2011. I wanted to be the class salutatorian and not the class valedictorian because I felt like that was more achievable given that I ranked 2nd during my junior year. I was motivated by the fact that class salutatorian and valedictorian would get to have their speech. I wanted to have that speech. I craved to have that speech so I could honor my parents. I had this illusion of asking my parents to stand from among the crowd and then introduce them and then ask everyone to give them a round of applause. Unfortunately, like I said, almost but not quite. During our high school graduation, I graduated as the first honorable mention. I was not able to have my speech here at this very stage of the UE Theater. Admittedly, it took me a while to get over it, but I refused to allow myself to wallow in despair. On the contrary, I used it as a motivation to strive even further. When I was in college, I wanted to graduate as the summa cum laude with the highest general weighted average because I had this delusional thought that the stage will be yours if you obtain the highest grade. I thought that the student who obtained the highest grade will get to have a speech. And so I began to fantasize again the thought of honoring my parents. Unfortunately, that was not the case. True, I graduated summa cum laude with a general weighted average of 1.06, the highest of my batch, but no speech. I was then told that really, there was no speeches during college graduation here. Almost, but not quite. This notwithstanding, I still feel very fortunate and privileged to have been given the chance to lead the class of 2015 graduates in the recitation of the Pledge of Loyalty. When I entered law school, I was blessed to have been given the chance to be a scholar here at the University of the East. Modesty aside, during my first year, I was really gunning to be the class valedictorian of our class. Regrettably, because of a major heartbreak that I do not want to talk about, I had a semester where my grades slumped. At that time, I knew I would not be graduating with flying colors. So I told myself, Joma, you have two choices. You either let your heartache control you or not. I refused to be controlled by my heartache. So even if I knew that my chances of graduating with honors was slim, I still gave it a try. Finally, the title I have longed for became mine. I graduated as class salutatorian of batch 2020. Sadly, pandemic ensued. Our graduation was online, and of course, there was no speech. Almost, but not quite. Supposedly, in the normal course of event, since we graduated in 2020, we must take the bar examination in November of that year. But since pandemic happened, our bar examinations were scheduled for several times, even to the point of reconfiguring the entire bar examination process. The original 4 Sundays were trimmed down to 2 days, with only 1 day interval. On February 5, the day before the last day of the bar examination, I was not able to study. I literally cried the whole day because a lot of people were already calling and texting me attorney. I let that pressure get in my way. I let that pressure eat me alive. I became too afraid to flunk the bar examination to the point that I was not able to focus for the next day. Instead, I was busy crying and thinking where I would hide in case I failed the bar examination. No one knew this story except my best friend. I also did not have the guts to tell this to my parents because I no longer want to burden them. Since our bar examination was coined as sui generis, a class of its own, there were no top-notchers. What we had were exemplary and excellent passers. To be considered an exemplary passer, you must obtain a grade of at least 85. I got 84.29%. Almost, but not quite. As I said, no one knew that story because I felt ashamed of myself. Honestly, I originally had no intention of disclosing that information now. Fortunately, I came across a quote which reads, "One day, you will tell your story of how you overcame what you went through, and it will be someone else's survival guide." I believe today is the perfect opportunity to share it with all of you with the hope that you would no longer repeat my mistake. I know that you all are feeling uncertain about life, confused maybe with the course that you will be taking up in college, but that is okay. Life is full of uncertainty for sure. Life will definitely not always be on your side. You will never get everything you want, hope, and even prayed for, but that is okay. Certainly, there are moments when you would question your life decisions to the point of starting over again or not starting at all. That is okay. Whenever you feel like pressure, anxiety, self-doubt, or stress is getting in your way, you just have to remember these 4 things. You need to step back to see the bigger picture, reevaluate yourself, contemplate on the decisions that you will take, and try again. I hope and pray that you all continue to pursue your dreams despite of all the adversities that would come your way, with the assurance that your training at the University of the East equipped you for the world. Your journey may take years or even decades, but remember, what is meant to be will always find its way. It may not be under the same circumstances as you originally hoped for, but you will get there. Do not stop believing. The temptation to quit will always be highest just before you are about to flourish, so just keep pushing. As Martin Luther King once said, if you cannot fly, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Today, I am standing here at this very stage of the UE Theater, the very stage I first dreamt of having my speech. This time, not as one of the graduates, but as the commencement speaker. I am here because I did not let my mistakes and failures overpower me. Instead, I used them as my propellers to reach my visions. Since I was not able to do this to my parents, I would like to ask all the parents and guardians to please stand up. Everyone, let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Before I end, allow me to share my favorite poem entitled Invictus, that literally and figuratively inspired and continues to inspire me to push further regardless of all the life challenges. In fact, I had the title tattooed on my wrist. Here it goes. Invictus by William Ernest Henry. Out of the night that covers me, black as the peat from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the felt notch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the ship, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my faith, I am the captain of my soul. My heartfelt congratulations again to everyone. Thank you very much.
A dream with God in it is surely a success. Only hold on to His perfect timing. Thank you, Attorney Descalzo, for a generous sharing of your inspiring dream-chasing journey. Thank you, Attorney. Let us now have a musical intermission by the UE Chorale.
Pansinin ang naninira sa'yo. Basta't alam mo lang na tama ang ginagawa mo. Huwag mong isipin, huwag mong titipin. Sabihin pansinin mo ang ganyan mulang patulang kagayan Rosi Balasi Sino ba sila Sino ba sila?
Si balasi no, 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 si balasi no,
Si
balasi no,
si bala,
balasi no,
si
si
bala, si no si
balasi
bala, si no si no si bala,
balasi no,
si bala,
balasi no,
si bala, si no si no si bala, si no si no si bala,
balasi
no si bala,
balasi
no si bala, si no si no si bala, si no si no si bala,
balasi
no si bala,
balasi
no si bala, si no si no si bala, si no si no si bala, si no si no si bala, no si bala. Si no si no si baila, si no si baila, si no si baila, si no si no si
Chancellor Louis A. de Vinagracia, assisted by Dean Eva Aurora Di Calweng, will now confer the awards to the honor graduates. The honor graduates will also be receiving their diplomas. Professor Flor May Manalo, the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics strand, will now call the names of the honor graduates.
The honor graduates of the Accountancy, Business and Management strand. Joseph Philip B. Bellio, with high honors. Kathleen P. Lasenya, with high honors. The honor graduates of the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics strand. Janelle May S. Adelia, with high honors. Marielle Louise L. Adolfo, with high honors. Fiona Marie T. Amador, with high honors. Sean S. Arnisto, with high honors. Maxigen B. Austria, with high honors. Mary Elisha P. Bandong with high honors. Gracie Marie A. Bungilan with high honors. Micaela Tia Bautista with high honors. Lance Joshua V. Bueno with high honors. Kirill C. Castro with high honors. Claire Marie C. Cerquenia with high honors. Hannah G. Concepcion with high honors. John Harvey P. Concepcion with high honors. Siegfried G. Kurami with high honors. Mary Juvie S. de Guzman with high honors. Ray Marian F. de Lara with high honors. Ayla Kathleen A. De Leon with high honors. Arthur F. De Vera with high honors. Eliza May F. Dejan with high honors. Denise Rose T. De La Cruz with high honors. Jonna Carlin M. Desamparado with high honors. Bill Chester S. Dulce with high honors. Maise Kirsten A. Estubio with high honors. Princess Syra T. Famoleras with high honors. Bren Mar R. 14 with high honors. C.K. Jeremy E. Galura with high honors. Alexandra Janix M. Gamad with high honors. Jessica Arwen Gamboa with high honors. Faith Catherine M. Garingarao with high honors. Gwen Frances L. Herman with high honors. Jean Anthony E. Gomez with high honors. Femela Arca R. Hernandez with high honors. Kyla C. Joven with high honors. Angelica Bernice S. Lapira with high honors. Amber Gail T. Latino Antonio with high honors. Julian Mikhail G. Lumbera with high honors. Veronica Jade A. Madriaga with high honors. Jovelyn J. Marcos with high honors. Joffrey A. Moya Jr. with high honors. Leia Elaine S. Narciso with high honors. Sandy Kyle A. Obinia with high honors. Marie Jersey T. Pablo with high honors. Mary Charles S. Pangilinan with high honors. Nina Ann Marie Pascual with high honors. Sofia Colleen D. Pontiveros with high honors. Natasha Felipa Marie S. Reyes with high honors. Nenchea M. Rigor with high honors. Samantha Shane S. Santos with high honors. Beverly Jane A. Sapiandante with high honors. Richmond D. Sarmiento with high honors. Jainiel Avriel R. Sibal with high honors. Nikolai Gabriel R. Sumera with high honors. Jerome P. Santa Rosa with high honors. Anissa T. Sultan with high honors. Angelo Mon Miguel A. Suyat with high honors. Lori S. Tradio with high honors. Raisa Vivienne E. Churita with high honors. Kian Vince S. Vegafria with high honors. Deborah Grace B. Ventura with high honors. And Kathleen May P. Zacarias with high honors. ABM with honors. Jersey V. Valenzuela with honors. STEM with honors. Mark Benjamin H. Acob, with honors. Jana Isabel M. Arenzado, with honors. Aina Cassandra Aaron, with honors. Paulo B. Barrado, with honors. Marcel Isa J. Barrado, with honors. Miyaka Micaela P. Buendia, with honors. Christine Y. Cabanada, with honors. Christian James T. Cabuenas, with honors. Johnson Dave F. Cahayon, with honors. Adrian Paul N. Tlapano, with honors. Trixie Kirsten V. Concepcion, with honors. Eliza May O. Cruz, with honors. Manuel Terence D. Cruz, with honors. Shanyal B. De Leon, with honors. Cedric Marion S. Del Rosario, with honors. Patricia Ann J. De La Cruz, with honors. Rosal H. Enriquez, with honors. Raisa C. Gandawali, with honors. Mikael Nathaniel G. Gatpo, with honors. Erin Glorian V. Gutierrez, with honors. Marie Angela T. Halili, with honors. Jeannie P. Juanillo, with honors. Amiel V. Leonardo, with honors. Jerlyn C. Lopez, with honors. Maybelline P. Maasin, with honors. Nadine Adi B. Manalastas, with honors. John Paul C. Marcos, with honors. Ayesha Grace A. Nalmida, with honors. Eugene Aaron S. Nobio, with honors. Joella Marie H. Nunga, with honors. Janice B. Pablo, with honors. Maria Crisanta J. Pagatpatan, with honors. Danilo C. Pelin Jr., with honors. Felisa May C. Perros with honors. Mark Lauren V. Quinto with honors. Altea R. Ralionza with honors. Maria Nicole Ann G. Raton with honors. Vinsmere E. Reyes with honors. Jasriel Mika B. Ricafort with honors. Dustin Clyde C. Salazar with honors. Andre S. Sanggalang with honors. Mark Joseph S. Santos with honors. Kate Allison P. Cioze with honors. Juan Carlos F. Sol with honors. Sophia Kianli B. Soriano with honors. Vea Francesca D. Sumang with honors. General D. Sumulong with honors. Edmund Ryan B. Tan with honors. Kendrick Vincent S. Tan with honors. Iris Jen G. Tenerife with honors. Luis Brian G. Tolentino with honors. Darcy Alia A. Pongos with honors. And Jaiden Rans B. Villanueva with honors. STEM with Special Merit Award, Jayus Rainer A. Tenuan.
Let us now have the distribution of diplomas. Principal Nieva J. Discipulo, assisted by Assistant Principal Gerardo V. Venturina, will distribute the diplomas. The audience is requested to please refrain from clapping when the graduates are called individually to receive their diplomas. I'll repeat, the audience is requested to please refrain from clapping when the graduates are called individually to receive their diploma. We shall reserve the applause after the last graduate of each strand is called.
Graduates of the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics strand, Catriona Inri Muriel A. Aguilar. Kyla R. Alam. John Lauren Y. Itona. Mohammed Jerome S. Assis. Jesso Jane S. Benaraba. Angelo Jose G. Beninsig. Gilliver M. Conicon. Mac Adrian R. Dalisay. Rene M. Guasis. Mary Rose T. Magbanwa. Hubert Renz L. Maninas. Jana Carmela B. Mupas. Samantha Francesca D. Oronce. Michael Lebron P. Talido. Joshua Eric Tria. Carl Daniel S. Tibali. Kevin Earl G. Abuan. Robin C. Bitana. Rizan Leo V. Bustos. Bea C. Espelimbergo. Lawrence Enoch G. Estranero. Ellie Daniel M. Go. Micael Hostel B. Gutierrez. Jose Antonio S. Madrigal. Tammy Marie Maghanoy. Francis Lois E. Ocampo. Atria D. Olarte. Clyde Simon M. Pulido. Gabriel Wayne E. Untalan. John Angel Faye and Yap. Andrea Gwen C. Arapo. Rohan Grant D. Danto. Edriel Ann I. Ibanga. Kate Y. Marquez. Lucille Aliana V. Robles. Joshua Jose Nathaniel D. Tan. Irvin J. C. Wong. Bea Francesca Danao. Fiona Andrea de la Peña. Marie Francel L. Fantilanan. Johnson Jersey L. Francisco. Ashley Felisa E. Gesmundo. Johnsel Rob Nico A. Izar. Rafael Isaiah L. Matienzo. JV P. Mendoza. Justin Luke Pilapil. Josh Terrence T. Pineda. Janella Syra O. Umali. Irish May C. Kabakungan. Kenneth Gabriel G. Cabasan. Sean Reggie P. Celioza. Linlin Espinosa. Kim Y. Marquez. Jana Altea A. Mendoza. Ramsey Rowley O. Mijares. Christian Joseph G. Milana. Ariana Lynn T. Tappel. John Paul S. Souza. Graduates of ABM Strands. Elika James O. Alconcel. Patrice Deborah S. Cabero. Mariel Alegre D. Coronel. Regina Nicole D. Doctolero. Sean Nicolay S. Felipe. Ira P. Garcia. Syra Mariel C. Lapid. Cristana Chantel Y. Resente. Rafael R. Tong III. Raven M. Ventanilla. Trishi Nicole E. Maria Seta with high honors. Jasper Ken A. Biaro with honors. Denzel Ivy C. David with honors. Jessel Jane S. Benaraba. Maria Sofia E. Del Rosario. Rick Aaron P. Escano. Christian Ray C. Martinez.
everyone. Let us now have our applause to our new graduates. We will now hear the message of gratitude on behalf of the graduates from Mr. Jared D. Libau, an honor graduate of the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics strand.
UWI Manila Chancellor Dr. Louis A. Divina Gracia, College of Education Dean Dr. Eva Aurora D. Kaluwing, Basic Education Principal Dr. Nieva J. Disipulo, Assistant Principal Professor Gerardo V. Venturina, highly esteemed school officials, distinguished commencement speaker, senior high school coordinators, faculty, staff, beloved parents, and fellow graduates, a pleasant morning to all of you. This graduation ceremony marks the end of a long, tiring, yet meaningful and colorful high school journey. In addition, this is a celebration of all the hard work, efforts, and patience each student has put in for the last 2 years. This ceremony was a dream when we had barely started our senior high school. We always thought back then that we were far from that finish line and still had a long way to go. But here we are, wearing our toga, cap, and stole, smiling and standing proud as we have reached this much-awaited moment in our lives. Despite the endless performance tasks, quizzes, learning activity sheets, research revisions, and presentations, we survive. I still vividly remember the first time I stepped into this university. It was February of 2020, the scheduled date for my entrance test. Honestly, UE was not even one of my choices for my school back then. But one acquaintance said that this school offers academic scholarships, so I took the chance and applied. Moving forward, as I entered the testing room, it was very cold. And with that, I told myself, ay nako, kung ganito lahat ng classrooms dito, paniguradong ako ay mamumuti. But then, that didn't happen since the whole country shifted to an online mode of learning. Actually, I hate it when I hear people say, ang swerte ng mga estudyante ngayon, online class lang, sa bahay, tapos ang dali-dali pa makakuha ng matataas na grades. Because as someone who have experienced my whole senior high school online, it was not easy as they think. We must admit that it is one of the most significant adjustments we have made. Online classes can be draining to the extent that some experience mental health issues. Learning through this modality is not for everyone because some find it hard to understand and pick up the lessons. So my point here is that we didn't have it easy and smoothly. We have experienced so many barriers just to get through this journey. With that said, my fellow graduates, be proud because we have come this far. Do not be ashamed to be called the pandemic or COVID students, and do not belittle your achievements because the truth is, we have conquered more than enough. We have given more than what we can provide. And with that, I give you my sincerest congratulations for a job well done. Certainly, we would not be able to reach this joyous and significant event in our lives without the support and guidance of the people around us. Let me take this opportunity to give credit to the people who have been with me through this journey. First and foremost, to our Almighty God, who gave us the gift of life, the one who blessed us with the wisdom and knowledge to know and explore things. Thank you for your challenges that contributed significantly to our growth and maturity. Also, thank you for allowing us to gather and celebrate this momentous event face to face, even though the occurrence of COVID-19 is still present. To my parents, the reason for my existence, I offer you my snappiest salute and most heartfelt gratitude. Thank you for bringing me into this world and making me experience what it is like to be your child. To Papa, I know that you are not that showy type of person, but I want you to know that I have always felt your love and support. It must have been difficult for you to move forward since Mama left us. It must have been challenging to take care of us alone. But I want you to know, Papa, that even though Mama left us, I know and felt your effort to fill those gaps. Of course, to my prettiest guardian angel, and I guess the happiest angel by now in heaven, Mama, you may not be physically with us, but I know for sure you're smiling from ear to ear. Even though you left us unexpectedly, my urge to complete my studies never ceased. I always carry your words of wisdom in every step I take. Moreover, I know you have always wanted the best for us. That's why I promise to achieve my goals and aspirations. Again, Papa and Mama, kulang ang salitang pasasalamat para sa lahat ng inyong ginawa. You are my number one motivation in everything I do. To my two sisters, Ate Jen and Ate Gila, thank you for being my best support system. You have been with me since day one. You're always there to listen my rants about school. You are my food trip buddies and my best friends. Thank you for being proud of me and being the first people to acknowledge my achievements. I want both of you to know that with your presence, I have never felt lonely. Also, I would like to thank my utoy, Tita Mean and Alea, for being with me on this journey. To my class advisors from grade 11 up to grade 12, Sir Kenneth and Mama Risa, and to all my teachers here in UE who have imparted their knowledge, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Additionally, thank you for your endless patience in attending to my endless concerns. I know the last 2 years have been a big adjustment for all of you. With that, I admire how persevered you are to teach us and ensure that we get the quality education that we deserve. May you all continue to have that passion for sharing your knowledge and inspiring all student warriors. To my friends I made here in UE, Maki, Shanley, Ariana, Carlo, and Arvin, thank you for making my 2 years here in UE unforgettable. It would be hard for me to adjust to this environment if it weren't for you. I really appreciate all of you ranting with me whenever we feel stressed from the loads of schoolwork. And sometimes, or I guess most of the times, working late at night together in Google Docs. In addition, a special mention to my best friends in San Juan, Batangas. I appreciate you all. Lastly, thank you, University of the East, for being my home for the past 2 years. You have contributed much to my growth as a student and an individual. Also, I would like to extend my appreciation for the academic scholarships you have given me that allowed me to study without worrying about my tuition fees. Moreover, thank you for allowing us students to involve ourselves in activities of our interest through the MI clubs, governed by the Multiple Intelligence Coordinating Council. as well as the projects and activities hosted by the UE Senior High School Student Council. The club's various activities during Foundation Week, showcasing the nature of the club, will surely be missed. Having mentioned that, I would like to thank my home club, Korean Culture Club, for adding flavor to my stay here at UE. It has been a fun and exciting experience being an officer of our club. Apart from this, I would like to thank MICC for trusting me with the head of working committee position. With a said role, I knew how much effort it takes to manage 40 plus MI clubs. As I live the pillars of the school, I promise to always live by the UE core values you have instilled in us. The UE ESLS, uprightness of character, excellence, environment friendliness, social and moral responsibility, loyalty and integrity, and service-orientedness. My fellow graduates, a new chapter in our lives is yet to be written. As we are about to take a step in our college journey, it may be challenging and humbling along the way. But whenever we feel that, let us look back and recall why we started. Always remember that college is not a race. It's okay to fail, it's okay to fall, but what's most important is we know how to move forward. May the true spirit of a Red Warrior be with us. Before I end this message of gratitude, my fellow graduates, the past 2 years have highlighted what our country lacks and what our country needs. All of us will continue our journey in different fields. Some of us will be doctors, engineers, accountants, lawyers, public servants, and many more in the future. With that said, bilang kabataan sa panahong ito, naway tayo ang maging tanglaw ng bayan na magbibigay liwanag sa mga pangangailangan at suliranin ng ating bansa. At kung sa silangan nagsisimula ang panibagong bukas, naway sa paglabas natin sa pamantasang ito, ay sa atin sumibol ang panibagong pag-asa. Once again, to the class of 2022, congratulations and God bless us all.
Ms. Nicolai Gabriel Sumera, an honored graduate of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics strand, will lead the graduates in the recitation of the Pledge of Loyalty. Please rise. Mr. Nicolai Gabriel R. Sumera.
Fellow students, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Deeply grateful to my alma mater, the University of the East. I hereby pledge to her on this solemn occasion my abiding loyalty. I will honor my diploma with utmost industry and nobility. I will uphold the university's traditions and ideals, having imbibed them as my very own. I will do everything in my power to be a worthy alumnus by serving and honoring my alma mater and my country. So help me God.
Let us now listen to the batch song of our new senior high school graduates. Graduates, remain standing. Graduates, please be seated. We will now have the induction of the new graduates to the Alumni Association. Mr. Edgar B. Arcilia, Vice President of the UE Alumni Association Incorporated, will now induct the new members.
Tayo po ay magsitayo, mga bagong graduates. Sana po isaulo natin at isa puso ang ating mga bibigkasin ngayon, yung Oath of Membership to the UE Alumni Association Incorporated. Taas po ang ating mga kanang kamay. I, pangalan nino, an incoming member of the University of the East Alumni Association Incorporated, hereby pledge that I will do my best as a member of the organization. I will keep a harmonious relationship with its leaders and members, perform my duties with dedication, and maintain professionalism and integrity in my work, practicing the spirit of volunteerism and responsibility. I will be of great help, not only to my fellow members, but more importantly, to my alma mater. Welcome, new alumni.
Please remain standing for the singing of the university hymn to be led by the university chorale.
Pamantasan ka namin, mahal, ilaw sa karimlan. Buhay, lakas, tunong, damay, pamantasan ka ng bayan. Ang pangalan mo'y malhati, at sandigan ka ng lahi. Pamantasan ang silangan, pamantasan ka namin mahal. Pamantasan ka namin mahal, ilaw sa karimlan. Buhay, lakas, dunong, dangal, pamantasan ka ng bayan. Ang pangalan mo'y walhati, at sandigan ka ng lahi. Pamantasan ang silangan, pamantasan ka namin mahal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Recessional. The audience members are requested to remain seated during the Recessional. Thank you very much for your presence. To God all be the glory.